Hello, baseball fans. Welcome back to another exciting game in this New York Yankees full season playthrough. We are getting ready to play game 93. Special thanks to Brainiac Baseball and Card Breaks for being the influence for my playing a series which has forced me, in a way, to learn about this game. And I love Baseball Mogul. I watch it every day. I play it every day. I watch Brainiac Baseball's videos every day. And one thing I have to say, and this is all thanks to Brainiac Baseball, prior to finding his channel 5 years ago, I used to play Baseball Mogul myself every single day. Never really saw anybody on YouTube playing it. And I had tunnel vision with the New York Mets. And I didn't know much about other teams, other baseball players, because I was so hyper-focused on the New York Mets and playing my series and watching the real Mets on TV. I was a baseball fan, but I think more than anything, I was a New York Mets fan, not so much interested in other teams and other players, unless they were big names. And after about 5 years of watching Brainiac Baseball play his game, I learned a lot about how to play my own game and used a lot of his tips and tricks. And seeing his love of the game and different players, baseball cards, all that got me piqued. It piqued my interest. So when I wanted to try Out of the Park Baseball because it looked really nice on the screen. But I couldn't get into it because it was kind of like a lot of screens. But seeing how much fun Brainiac Baseball was having doing his series, albeit with a game that's not behaving properly, I wanted to have another series to watch as well in Out of the Park Baseball because I liked this game. And I couldn't find anywhere on YouTube anyone playing Out of the Park Baseball. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do my own because there is none. Not playing a game every day. So I said, you know what, self, do a series. And that's how this series happened. And I got to say, I'm enjoying the games. I'm enjoying Baseball Mogul more because I've kind of gained more of a knowledge about different players, and what I found when I was watching major MLB Network, Vinny Pasquantino was being interviewed, and I remember, I don't know if this was Brainiac Baseball or if I did it, but Brainiac Baseball does an accent on some names, which I think is hilarious. It's great. And I think it was me. I think Vinny Pasquantino was on a team that is in this sim somewhere. And I remember, for some reason in my memory, I hear the accent Vinny Pasquantino. And I think I did that. Or he might, I don't know. But the point is, I recognize the name. And the only reason I recognize the name is because either Baseball Mogul is on one of his sims or it's in this Out of the Park Baseball sim. Also, when I watch MLB Network and they start interviewing different players on there, and I'll say, oh, I faced him, in my Out of the Park Baseball sim. And I'm more interested now in other teams and other players, and it's opened my eyes to like a broader baseball ecosystem, if you will. So anyway, having said that, I am thinking of changing my manager. And I don't know. It's a big step. So if you're playing Out of the Park Baseball, if you're not familiar, you come over here to your office. This is your office right here. This is my nameplate. This is all my duties. He said duty. Go to staff search. And usually here you see all the coaches. And you do it right here. So this is going to show you all the coaches right here. You can filter this. And I just wanted to do, and if you want to change, you want to look for staff that's available. You got all these people who I believe, are they on team? Are they on teams? Let me see. Owner. No, we know no owner. So all coaches. If you want to get a hitting coach, You can see here the hitting coaches. So I'm thinking. I'm just thinking. I don't know yet. General manager, manager. And let's go. You can sort these. Remember, yellow is, well, here, yellow is just okay. But when it's a player, yellow usually means it's a little bit below average. But let's go all the way up because I want to see. These are the top. Okay, so average. This is average green. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yellow is okay, but you really want to shoot for average at the very least, unless you don't have a lot of money in your club. You go up here, good. You got Joe Madden and a good. You got Joe Madden, Buck Showalter, Joe Torre, Tony La Russa. So these guys obviously are on teams already. Texas has Bruce Bochy. So Dave Roberts is Los Angeles. That's what I was afraid of. I saw this, but he's already a manager in Los Angeles. You can't. I don't think you can. Can you pilfer him? Actions. Let me see. Offer a contract. Attention. This job is currently occupied by Brad Ausmus. I know. If you sign someone to the same position, Brad Ausmus will be fired, and you will have to pay his remaining contract value. So Dave Roberts is saying, I don't want to leave my current position yet. All right. So Dave Roberts, he's $3 million. Okay. Yeah, Dave Roberts doesn't want to leave his position. He loves it. He favors pitching and defense, stealing, very high frequency. I see that a lot in this game, a lot of stealing. Then we've got Brian Snitker, Atlanta. He's outstanding. He doesn't want to leave. Dusty Baker, he's 76. But you got Aaron Boone. Wait, shouldn't he be my manager? Excellent. He favors defense. Stealing his average. He's a little bit above average. A little bit below average in aggressive running. He teaches hitting good. He handles aging good. He teaches pitching. He's fair. He's temperamental. He struggles with easygoing. His manager style is conventional. Hitting coach. So his focus is contact. So he'll tell his hitting coaches, focus on contact. Scout value, high. Favor average. So should I? I mean, it would make sense, right, to have Aaron Boone as my manager? Do I have enough to pay him, though? Let's find out. I think I want to do it. Right? I mean, we're in first place. Do we even have to do this? Actions. Offer con. Let's see. Let's give him a call. Bring, bring. Hello, this is Aaron Boone. Hello, Aaron. Hey, we're prepared to offer you $850,000 for 3 years. Oh, I have no interest in working for New York. You son of a gun. So you don't want to work in New York, even though in real life you are working in New York. All right. We'll see you later. Smell you later. All right. No problem. He doesn't want to work in New York. All right. Let's get into this game with the Mariners. I'll look around some more, maybe in another game. All right. Let's get into this game with the Mariners. Get the volume up. Brad Ausmus, you lucky devil, you. You're lucky, Aaron Boone. I don't know. You're doing good, man. Let me see. Wait. Well, I can't. Can I see his? No, I can't. Not from here. I wanted to see his. I think I saw it earlier in the year, but I forgot. All right, let's start this game. Let's get this game underway. That's what we're all here for. Start game. I really wish we can play the national anthem in the beginning of every game. All right, let's get this done. Pereira in left, Bellinger in center, Judge right, Bowman third, Volpe shortstop, Chisholm second, Goldsmith first base. We have Warren and Rice as the battery, and Arozarena getting ready to hit as we fly over a pan around Yankee Stadium, iconic, and we are underway. First play of the game is an out to right field. One man away, and Victor Robles has struck out. I don't know. kind of made the size of the players a little bigger. I like seeing the screens. If it's too big, let me know. If it doesn't look realistic. All right, Julio Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez, it's a slow grounder, and it's booted by Jazzy J. Chisholm Jr. I'm going to check his gloves, see if there's any butter on there. All right, Luke Raley. Deep fly ball to right. Judge has it, 2 men away. All right, that retires the side. That's what I meant to say. Verbal miscue, take a shot. Anthony Volpe leading off for the Yankees with his .299 average, doing very well for this team. What is he doing? What is his... Oh, he's arbitration, possible arbitration. All right, we're going to have to pay him. He's got really good... He's got a great 70 infield range, great range, good infield. He's good minimizing his errors. He's got a good arm. 50 is average. 55 is a little bit above average. So he's got a little above average contact, above average speed, stealing aggressiveness. Yeah, stealing ability. That's why you always see him running 75, almost elite in his base running. All right, let's get into it. All right, Volpe, do your thing, brother. I didn't mean strike out. Alec Bohm. I don't know, the player's looking a little bit too big. Alec Bohm get plunked in the buttocks. He's going to first base. This guy looked over at him like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right, Bellinger. Bellinger deep fly ball to right field. Going way back. Is that gone? It is. That is a belly bomb by Bellinger. Touch him all, Bellinger. You've just gone yard. Yankees lead 2-0. I did my home run strut and my home run strut. All right, here comes the judge. The judge with a line out. It said fly out, but that looked like a line out. Goldilocks. 2-0 Yanks. At a fly out to second base. That retires the side. 2-0 Yankees. Here's Cal Raleigh. I tried to get him, tried to trade for him, and wasn't successful. That ball is deep. And Cal Raleigh with his home run. What's that? That's his 20th home run. All right, good job, buddy. I tried to get you, but my finances and your manager, your general manager, didn't want to make the trade, so you could have been playing here in Yankee Stadium. 1 man out, J.P. Crawford. I can't believe Aaron Boone doesn't want to manage in New York. Polanco. Okay. That retires the side. Here's Jazzy J. Chisholm. All right, we need to mogul these guys. Stanton. That's deep. Gone. Home run. Touch him all, Giancarlo. You've just gone yard. And the Yankees lead 3-0. Here's Ben Rice. Deep fly ball to right. Ben Rice getting into the party. You've just gone yard. And the Yankees lead 4-0. New York with back-to-back home runs. Here's Pereira. Pereira walks. Anthony Volpe. High fly ball in the infield. Coming in as a third baseman to get it. 2 men away. Alec Bohm. That's a pop-up. And that retires the side. Yankees lead 4-1. Williamson. Ben Williamson. He strikes out looking. Arozarena, Randy Arozarena. He strikes out swinging. Victor Robles. I look forward to recording these games and playing them. I really do. Sometimes when I'm at work, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about the game. Bellinger, belly laugh, thinking of ways to improve the game. Who can I trade? What moves can I make? Judge strikes out. Goldschmidt, runner goes. He's going to be safe. When I was at work, I was thinking about looking at managers that are not with another team. Maybe at the end of the year, I can poach a good manager. The thing is, I'm not playing through with this series. This isn't a playthrough. It's just a one-season thing. I mean, I could, but when I do a playthrough, I'm not a big fan of the fictional players. So when you do a playthrough starting from the current year, after like 2 or 3 years, the players they're fictional players. And I like to see actual players in these sims. For me, that's the fun of it. I know for other people, they like to go, like I watch YouTubers who go, like they're already in like 2040 and no one on those teams are in, real Major League Baseball players, but they enjoy it because it's like their own universe, their own baseball universe. Stanton. That's a deep fly ball to left. The air is thin tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's his second home run, right? Touch 'em all, Giancarlo. You've just gone yard, and the New York Yankees are leading 5-1. One man away. Here's Pereira. Pereira strikes out. 2 men away. Here's Volpe. That's a deep fly ball to left. Oh, that one is out. The people in the stands are getting a lot of souvenirs in this game. Crawford. Fly ball, center field. He's out. Polanco. Jorge Polanco. Or it could be George Polanco. He hits a home run. He said, you know what? You guys aren't the only ones that can hit home runs. We can hit home runs too. Here's Ben Williamson. That's off the wall. It's going to be a double. Randy Arozarena. And that's a base hit. So a run's going to score. As Arozarena gets a double. Victor Robles at 5-3. I mean, the Seattle Mariners are no slouches either. I mean, they're a good team. Julio Rodriguez. Or Julio Rodriguez. I'm trying to Americanize the names. Alec Baum. He gets it past the pitcher. That's a base hit for the Bombster. I should say the Bum. That would be. I wonder if anyone ever nicknamed him the Bum. Hey, Alec. That's the Bum. All right, Cody Bellinger. Belly laugh. Bohm runs, and he's a dead duck. Bellinger lonely out there now. He's not on the base paths anywhere. No one's with him on the base paths. Well, he's on there now for Judge. All rise. Here comes the Judge. The runner goes. He said, I'm not even going to throw. Screw it. All right, runner on second. 1 man out. Bryce Miller is pitching. He's at 103 pitches already. Wowzers. All right. What happened there? Oh, they intentionally walked the Judge. All right, Goldilocks. Don't let them disrespect you like that. Slow grounder to second. Double play. Easy double play. That retires the side. Luke Raley. That's an out. Here's Cal Raleigh. Fly ball to center, left center. 2 men away. And McCutchen. McCutchen strikes out. Excusez-moi, mon chéri. Snyder pitching for Seattle. Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's hitting 249. Fly ball to left. 1 man away. Giancarlo Stanton. Ground ball. That ball gets away from the first baseman. And Stanton goes to second base. Here's Ben Rice. He strikes out. Pereira. Everson Pereira. Pereira. Everson Pereira. He strikes out. All right, here's Crawford. Carrasco's been in there. 74 pitches. Top of the 7th. He strikes out. 1 man away. Polanco. George Polanco. All right, Ben Williamson, 2 men away. That retires his side. Going to the bottom of the 7th, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard for our rivals and see what they're doing. Toronto and Boston, Arizona, Cleveland, Atlanta, Miami. Nothing here. I'm looking for Toronto and Baltimore. You can pause it if you'd like and see the scores. Toronto's not on here, and Baltimore beat the Mets 5-3. Out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Freddie Cardona, maker of such videos as Fred Drives, Pride in Patterson, Fred Travels, and Out of the Park baseball simulation games. Anthony Volpe to the plate, bottom of the 7th, 5-3. The Yankees are leading. If you're just joining us on this broadcast, the Yankees are leading 5-3. 1 man down. Here's A-Bomb. 2 men down. Cody Belly Laugh. So Bellinger, in real life, as of the filming of this video, he's we don't know if he's staying with the Yankees, but in this sim, he's signed through 2026 unless he's got a player option, which I don't think I can see that from this screen. All right, Aaron Judge, 2 men away, 1 man on, runner goes. Belly Laugh is on second base. He's laughing on second base, and they have intentionally walked Judge again. All right, Goldschmidt, they're really disrespecting you, pal. You got to teach him a lesson. I guess you're not going to teach him a lesson. All right, top of the 8th, here's Arozarena. Randy Arozarena. Victor Robles. He hits it up against the wall. He's at second base. He's chugging for third, ladies and gentlemen. There's a throw. He's safe with a triple. Here's Rodriguez, Jelio Rodriguez. That's going to score a run. And it's now 5-4. Rayleigh. Yeah, back before I started playing this game, all these names, these people were just regular people. Like, these were just players that I didn't know anything about. But having started this series and playing with all these different players, there's a little familiarity, I'll get it out, with a lot of players now. Here's Stanton, I think, coming down with something. Stanton thought he was going to get his 3rd home run today, but he didn't. Here's the Reister. That's going to be popped up to third baseman. That retires his side. Top of the 9th. Fasten your seatbelts. We're down by a run. We're leading by a run. Second miscue, take a shot. This guy scares me. He gets... Oh, what a play. What a play. Let's check that one out one more time. All right, it looked a little easier. It looked easier there. All right, Chisholm, thank you for that play. Andrew McCutcheon. McCutcheon strikes out. Here's the pitch by the... I was going to say closer. I guess he is the closer today. That's going to be a single to left. George Polanco. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I thought that was over the wall. Yankees win. The Yankees win. 5-4. All right, there is the game box score right there, the innings. Carrasco said he found a nice groove out there. You can pause it and read the information there. There's the batting line score. And the pitching line score. And player of the game is Carlos Carrasco. Attendance was 42,777. Let's leave the game. Let's continue. Let's finish. Oh, read important message. What happened? Oh, the first-year player draft. First-year players are drafted today in the Major League Baseball. While front office buzzes with anticipation and opinion from GM to receptionist, the initial picks go to Washington, Seattle, Colorado, and St. Louis, and the favorites to be selected according to the BNN reports are ranked as follows. These are the top prospects. Ethan Holiday, he is a third baseman. He's got a potential of 60, which is above average. An average shortstop. Infield range, it's good. Above average. He projects to be a good fielder. His power is elite. Not elite, but almost 70. He's going to have a good eye of 60. Good gap power. Average avoiding strikeouts, so he's not going to strike out he's going to avoid strikeouts, basically average. I don't know what this is. I wish someone would tell me. I don't know what this is. His contact is going to be above average. His speed is not developed yet. Doesn't look like he's going to have much speed, but I don't know. As long as he has power. He's 18. He may go in the first round. His potential is, wow, 75. His overall, he's just a kid, 18 years old. You can't put too much rating there, but that's pretty cool. Continue, first-year player draft. So let's see, here we go. Draft order number 1, the Washington Nationals. I don't know much about this part here. I'm going to be winging it, basically. And I know those of you who watch Out of the Park Baseball and are really good at it are going to be saying, what are you doing? Use current order, of course. Yes. All right, so the draft order. Oh, check out the draft pool. This is the draft pool. See, if this were a historical game, you would have real Major League Baseball players. Now, I wonder if these are real draft, or are these real draft class. There's the draft combine. This is what I think is cool, too. Check this out. You see this OSA mock draft? Many of you know what this is, but those of you that don't play Out of the Park Baseball or are not familiar, this is a mock draft. And this helped me in my Mets sim, where I would go down to my spot, and this is the mock draft that the scouts would do. When it was my turn, this would be who they say they would like to get. And he is a starting pitcher. He's 6'2", 180 pounds. So he has a potential of a 50 control, which is average, above average slider, above average changeup, and an above average sinker. That's his projection. His stuff is average. His movement is average. Don't know what HRA or PBA, BIP. I mean, I can Google it if I really wanted to. But I'd rather, interact with the community. Let the community tell me. And he's going to have above average stamina and average withholding the runners. His projected role is going to be Major League Baseball. His current role is in the bullpen. 18 years old. Batting ratings, can't really worry about that. So he's going to have when it comes to position ratings, as a pitcher, he's going to project to be above average. I mean, he's already above average, but he's going to go up higher. And I should put him in the development lab to maybe work on his control. Because you could do that in this game. There's a development lab where you place players in and you ask the coaches to work on his control specifically. Yeah. So that's cool. I don't know much about the development lab. I'm learning. But that's something I'm interested in doing too. So Will Hines is someone that OSA, the scouting organization, is saying will probably go in this. We'll pick this one. And I'm gonna go. I don't know. I know, when I did the Mets, I went by whatever the scouting folks were telling me that I would be a good pick. But when I watch other YouTubers do the draft, they get so into it with the pitching stats and they see everything here. They look at the ratings. They look at all of this contact. Well, this is batting. Ignore this. Down here, pitching. So this is a little more in depth. You can see everything in one page. This is great for the scouts. This is their current and potential. As you can see, they're above average, except whatever HRA is. And then what it is versus left-hand batters and right-hand batters, running speed. Forget about all this up here. He's a pitcher. Defensive ratings. How good can they be as a pitcher? But his infield range is going to be okay. His infield error, he's going to be okay with the errors. Yeah. Let's check out his profile. Hines doesn't have the drive to make the most out of his tools. Okay, so see that right there might be a reason to pass, maybe. We'll have to monitor this. I don't know if this changes in this game. Like after a year or two of him being in the minors, maybe this changes. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. All right, let's see if there's any news. Good morning, Freddie. Oh wait, first year players. Good morning, Freddie. I took a look at the Chicago Cubs, our next opponent. Here are the projected pitching matchups. The top 5 players on their team is over here. Dansby Swanson. Is he better than Volpe's not bad. Okay. Player development update. I have compiled the scouting reports. You can check the player development report to a complete list. Here is a list of notable changes. So Anthony Volpe, his power gap went up to 70. Nice, but it went down. His defensive rating went down a bit at center field for Trent Grisham. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see. I don't know. We're going to try this maybe on the next video, first year player draft, and see what happens. Let's go to the standing just so we'll see where we are. All right, we're half game. Toronto, Baltimore, and Boston all won, so I didn't gain any ground. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.